Hello everyone, welcome everyone. Today, we had some technical issue that we needed to sort it out. So that's why today live stream was delayed. So but looking at the condition of the market, let's look at the market structure so that we'll be able to identify what we want the market to give to us. So but before we'll be able to identify our resistance zone and our support zone, let's look at the month market structure, the daily market structure, the 4 hours, the 1 hour, and 30 minutes, so just for us to have an idea if it is the right time for us to take a position or if we are approaching a recent support or a recent resistance. So let's look at the month market structure. The month market structure, we are in an uptrend. Let's delete this line. Let's zoom the chart a little bit. So gold has created a new all-time high. Let's adjust this line to the new all-time high. So the new all-time high on gold is 5598.82. Let me see. Let's zoom the chart a little bit. Let's get it correctly. Okay. So I'm very sure that we are almost like 5605.57. So let's see what the market structure wants to do. So looking at the condition of the month market structure, we are in an uptrend. This candle is left with 1 day for this candle to close. And then this candle has moved. Let's measure the range of the candle from the low to the recent high. We are looking at, let's put it here. We are looking at 12,000 pips. We are looking at 12,000 pips. That this candle has moved 12,000 pips. So this month's candle, as of last month candle, it moved with, let's measure it. Let's see. Last month candle moved 3,800 pips, but this month candle, this January month candle, has moved 12,800 pips. So this month candle is huge. So but looking at the condition of the market structure, we are in an uptrend. This line indicates the high of this month's candle, and this line indicates the low of this month's candle. Then this other line over here indicates the low of the previous month candle. So let's go to the daily market structure so that we'll be able to have an idea of what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So looking at the condition of the daily market structure, we are in an uptrend. Let me adjust this here. Let me move this here. So the daily market structure, we are in an uptrend because of how the body of the candle, they are all printing with a bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle. This candle created a bearish candle, but the next candle broke the high of this doji candle over here. Then the next candle broke the high of this bullish candle. So looking at the condition of this recent daily candle, which this candle is left with 11 hours before this candle needs to close, and it was this candle that created the new all-time high on gold. So we are in an uptrend. Let's delete this. So this line indicates the high of the recent candle, while this line indicates the low of the recent month candle. So let's go to the 4 hours. Looking at the condition of the 4 hours market structure, we are still in an uptrend. That's the candle formation. It moved like this, came down, move up, came down, move up, move up. So at the moment, we are anticipating it for it to come down to create a support zone, but with the next candle we continue to go up. Let me delete this. Let me adjust this here. Then adjust this here. Let me explain something. So you guys know that the movement of an uptrend is the candle will create a higher high and a higher low, a higher high and a higher low, a higher high and a higher low. So looking at the condition of the recent 4 hours candle, this candle has created a bearish candle. That this recent 4 hours candle, this one over here, is left with 3 hours before this candle needs to close. So that means this candle closed with a bearish candle to form a resistance zone over here. So looking at the condition of this recent month candle, this candle is here to break the low of this bearish candle and is here to break the high of this bearish candle. So the best thing is just for us to wait. So we have a support zone over here. We have a support, and then we have a minor support, and we have a resistance zone over here. So let's see. You guys know that I love to identify my support zone and my resistance zone using the H1 and 30 minutes time frame. So we have a support zone, we have a support zone and a support zone, and we have a minor support, and we have a resistance zone over here. So let's identify this zone as our resistance zone. The reason why we are identifying this zone as our resistance zone is because this candle has closed with a bearish candle. Had it been this candle decide to close with a bullish candle, we will not identify this zone as our resistance zone. But this candle has closed with a bearish candle to give us our recent resistance. So that means we are anticipating this recent 4 hours candle to break the low of this bearish candle over here, for the candle to continue to go up to close with a bearish candle like this, by which the next candle can give us a bullish candle like this. Let me change the color to green. The next candle can give us a bullish candle to form a recent support, since the movement of an uptrend is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and the movement of a downtrend is lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So that means we are still anticipating gold for it to continue to push up, just because of what is happening at the moment, like the war and everything. So this is why gold price is actually shooting up. So, but looking at the condition of the 4 hours market structure, this recent candle is here to break the high of this bearish candle and is here to break the low of this bearish candle. It's very important for us to know what the different time frame is saying, just for us to have an idea if we are approaching a recent support or if we are approaching a recent resistance. So let's delete this. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So we don't need this. Let's delete this. So looking at the condition of the 1 hour time frame, this zone, we have a support zone over here. Our resistance zone is still valid. Let's adjust it a little bit. So we also have a support zone over here. But the best thing is just for us to kind of identify our zone, then we'll be able to know what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So that means this candle has closed with a bearish candle. Let me zoom the chart a little bit. This candle has closed with a bearish candle, that the next candle broke the low of this bearish candle and closed with a bearish candle, but this candle respected the high of this bearish candle. So this next candle, this 1 hour candle, closed with a small bullish candle, that the recent 1 hour candle is set to break the high of this small candle, this bullish candle, and he's here to break the low. So looking at the condition of the 1 hour market structure, we are anticipating for a very strong bearish candle to close like this. Then the next candle can give us a bullish candle and close like this. The reason why I'm anticipating a bearish candle is because this zone over here is our recent resistance zone, and we have our support zone over here. But it's very important for us to measure from the range from our resistance zone to our support zone. So at the moment, you are looking at like 3,200 pips, and that's a very big range for us to kind of anticipate a very strong bullish candle to break our resistance zone, or a very strong bearish candle to break our support zone. So we kind of anticipating the market to give us something like this. It's only when there is news in the market, or it's only when there's a very big chaotic thing that happened like in the world before you kind of see a very strong something to happen. Like it can be doing like London section, New York section, or Asian section. So it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it. So looking at the condition of the 1 hour market structure, from this resistance zone down to this support zone, we are looking at like 3,200 pips, and that's huge. And then we are not anticipating for the market to give us this type of candle, because it's very important you kind of come into the market, and then it's not all the time that like you're trading and then you keep asking or telling yourself that market should give you a very strong bullish candle like this. You don't need to do that. Let's look at how the rest of the candle they are printing. Just see how the rest of the candle they are printing. So it's good for you to kind of have a range, so that if the market should give you this type of normal candle formation, you'll be able to secure your profits than you kind of anticipating the market to give you a very strong bullish candle like this. So you don't need to do that. So the reason why I'm anticipating, let me move this. So the reason why I'm anticipating this candle, this bearish candle, let me just change it to red so that everybody will understand. So the reason why I'm anticipating this bearish candle to close is because like I'm trying for us to get in a recent support, so that we'll be able to have a very reasonable range from our resistance and to our support. This recent 1 hour candle is here to break the high of this candle and is here to break the low, but I'm expecting it for it to continue to come down to give us a bearish candle, by which the next one can give us a bullish candle for us to identify our recent support. So let's go to the 30 minutes time frame so that we'll be able to have a clear view of what the market structure is saying. Then we'll be able to have our recent support and our recent resistance. So looking at the condition of the market structure, the 30 minutes market structure, as you can see, this range over here is big for us to identify this zone as our consolidation zone. So this is why I told you guys that I love to identify my resistance and my support using the 1 hour and the 30 minutes, because when you're done with the 1 hour, then the 30 minutes will break the formation of candles down for you, so that you'll be able to have a clear view of your recent support and a recent resistance. So let's adjust our resistance zone over here. Let me see this 9. So our recent resistance is here. And then our recent support is here. So as you can see, the 30 minutes time frame is easier for us to have a very good range. So let's measure from this resistance zone to this support zone. Let's measure the range. So the range, you're looking at 900 pips. So 900 pips still is huge. But still, looking at the condition of the market structure, this zone over here is being considered as a consolidation zone. So it's better for us to have a bearish candle that will close like this in this range, and a bullish candle that will close like this, than we anticipating the market to give us a very strong bullish candle like this because of the 1 hour time frame candle. So this over here, we don't need this. So this is our recent resistance and this is our recent support. So there's a high probability that the market will give you a candle like this and a candle like this, then you kind of anticipating the market to give you a very strong bullish candle and a very strong bearish candle like this. So always pay attention to what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So since this is our recent resistance and this is our recent support, and then we have our support zone over here. So let's bring the buy and sell, so that if anybody is joining, the person will be able to know that this is where we're anticipating to take a sell and this is where we're anticipating to take a buy. Let me see. So for us to have a clear chart, we don't need this. We don't need this. So from this resistance zone down to this support zone is a consolidation zone. So we don't need to do anything. While our sell anticipation is here, and then our buy anticipation is here. And then I also want you guys to know that if a bullish candle, let's change it to a bullish candle. So if a bullish candle should break this our resistance zone, there's a high probability that the candle will have to break the recent high on gold, and then the candle will have to create a new all-time high on gold because of the range from the high of the recent candle to our resistance zone is very close. So there's a high probability that the candle will get to this recent high and close with a bullish candle. So it's very important for us to know what we are anticipating the market to give to us before we can decide to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. So our sell anticipation is here. So let's look at the 15 minutes market structure. I love to look at a different time frame just for me to have an idea what the market structure is saying. Okay, the 15 minutes, we have a bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle. Let's look at the 5 minutes. 5 minutes. This zone is a consolidation zone. Okay. This one closes the bullish candle. It has broken the high of this. So let's go back to 30 minutes. So looking at the condition of the market structure, so we are anticipating for a bearish candle to close below our support zone, and then we are anticipating for a bullish candle to close above our resistance zone. So for now, we don't need to do anything. This candle closed with a bearish candle. This candle came down to get to our support zone, but this our support zone is still valid because the body of this candle came to our support zone, but it didn't close below our support zone. It closed within this consolidation zone. So that means our support zone is still valid. The only reason why our support zone will not be valid is only when hadn't been this candle choose to close, the candle choose to close below this our support zone, then we can anticipate for the next candle to continue to come down to give us maybe like 200 pips, 500 pips, or 400 pips. This candle didn't close like this. So the moment this candle didn't close like this, it means this our support zone is still valid. So the candle closed in this consolidation zone, and the next candle closed with a bullish candle, and the next candle broke the high of this bullish candle and closed with a rejection bearish candle. So let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle wants to do. Then I'll be able to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. But this candle has broken the low of this rejection bearish candle and hasn't broken the low of this bullish candle over here. So the best thing is just for us to wait, since this recent 30 minutes candle is left with 8 minutes before this candle needs to close. So let's wait and see. So, but just in case you guys have a question, you can send your question in the chat box and I'll get back to you guys. So for now, we don't need to do anything. Let's wait and see what this recent 30 minutes candle wants to do. Let's wait. You don't need to do anything because you kind of come into the market and then you are done with your analysis, and then all you need to do is just for you to be patient. You don't need to do anything. I understand that there are some people, if they should come to the market and then they didn't see anything, maybe like their body will be doing then, oh, I need to open a position. No, you don't need to do that. You kind of being a trader, it means you need to be patient because you have a trading plan. You know what you want the market to give to you. You know exactly what you're anticipating the market to give to you. So all you need to do is just for you to wait patiently. Then the moment you're able to identify a structure before you can decide to take a position. It's not just when you come to the market and then you say, oh, support is here or resistance is here, and then this candle get to our support, okay, start opening a position. No, you will lose. just like, let me give you guys for example. You see how this bearish candle, the body of this candle decided to come down to get to this our support zone. So you kind of not having a trading plan, like you don't know what you want from the market, you will definitely decide to open a position here. And then the moment you open a position here, then you need to ask yourself, where will you put your stop loss from the support zone over here down to the low, to the high of this candle. You're looking at 383 pips. And then you need to ask yourself, from your entering position to the high of this candle, will you put your stop loss at 386 pips? You can't do that because it's huge. You always need to know what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. All we need to do is just for us to wait patiently until we are able to identify a structure before we can decide to take a position. So right now, we don't need to do anything. We just need to be patient. So the recent 30 minutes candle is left with 4 minutes before this candle needs to close. So let's wait. We don't need to do anything. Let's see how this candle wants to close. Since this candle has broken the low of this rejection bearish candle over here, so the best thing is just for us to wait. Let's see what this candle wants to do. And the body of this candle, it came down to form a bearish candle, went up to form a bullish candle. So maybe this candle wants to close with a doji candle. So let's wait. Sometimes it's very important for you to pay attention to what the market structure is saying. Let's see what this candle wants to do. Let's see. But this is what we are expecting the market to give to us. And this is what we are expecting the market to give to us. And then because of, we also need to look at this wick over here. We need to look at the wick, this wick over here. So that means we are anticipating volume to come to the market for the volume to kind of fill this wick over here. So it's very important for us to know what we want. Let's see. This recent 30 minutes candle is left with 2 minutes before the candle will close. So someone asked a question that if a candle then closes above the resistance level, do I enter a position immediately after that candle closes, anticipating that the candle trend will continue? So let me explain to you. Let me see. So if a candle should close above the resistance level, let me see. So if a candle closes above the resistance level, do I enter a position immediately after that candle closes? anticipating that the candle trend to continue. Okay, so according to your question, let's say for example that we have a resistance zone over here. Let's use this candle as an example. So the candle has created a lower wick over here. So to me, it's best for you to kind of trade when you have, okay, I'm coming. Let me just try and give you guys an example right now. Let me see. So let me give you guys an example. So we have a bullish candle like this. We have a bearish candle like this. You have a bearish candle like this. Let me change this to red. So we also have a bearish candle like this. Then the next candle choose to give us a bullish candle like this. I don't know. Let me just bullish candle like this. Then we have a bullish candle like this. And then we have a bearish candle like this. So someone asked a question. I just want to use this thing as an example. Looking at the condition of this, let's say we have a resistance zone over here from your question that you asked, and then we have a support zone over here. And then we have a resistance zone over here. Let's say from this resistance zone down to this support zone is a consolidation zone, and then we have a resistance zone over here. So according to your question, you are asking if a candle should close above this resistance zone, should you take a position immediately this candle should close, or you need to wait? The thing you need to do is this. If, let's say, this candle is a bearish candle, and then we are anticipating for a bullish candle to break our resistance zone, or for a bearish candle to break our support zone. So, and then this candle is a bullish candle. Let me change this color to green. So since we are anticipating for a bullish candle to break this our resistance zone over here, so the best thing is for you to wait until a candle needs to close above your resistance zone like this. So the moment a candle should close above your resistance zone, you need to wait. The reason why you need to wait is because this is our resistance zone over here. So the close of this candle is like a confirmation trade that you are anticipating the next candle for it to break the high of this candle over here for it to continue to go up. But sometimes the next candle can open like this, that the body of the candle will not give you a lower wick. The candle will just shoot up like this. The candle, like, it will give you a sign that the next candle will continue to go up like this. I will not advise you for you to take a position like this, because it's very important for you to kind of wait until the candle should give you a wick like this. Before this candle will give you a wick, it means the body of this candle will continue to come down first to create a wick before the body of the candle will come back to this position for you to continue to go up. So all you need to do is just for you to wait. After this candle close, this candle is your confirmation candle. Then you need to anticipate for this candle to give you a lower wick, for the body of this candle to break the high of this bullish candle over here, then for the candle to continue to go up. Then you need to ask yourself, from this range, from this resistance to this resistance, you need to measure the range. Sorry, let me see how this candle, just like how I'm explaining to you guys. See how this candle just opened with no wick at the top. It's still the same thing I'm trying to explain to you guys. The same thing over here, that the candle can continue to just open without creating a lower wick or an upper wick. So this candle also came down, it didn't create an upper wick. So I will not advise us if this candle should continue to come down to get to our support zone over here. I will not advise us for us to take a position because it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it. We are not chasing the market. We have a trading plan. We know what our trading plan says we need to do the moment we are able to identify this type of setup in the market before we can decide to take a position. So you need to wait until the candle will give you a lower wick. Then the body of the candle will have to break the high of this candle that just gave you a confirmation candle that the candle has closed above your resistance. Then you can anticipate the candle to continue to go up. Then, but you need to ask yourself from the resistance zone to this resistance zone, like to this resistance zone, you need to measure the range. If the range is like 200, 300, or 400, you need to know what you want. You must not target 300 or 400. No, have a trading plan. Then the moment the candle should decide to continue to go up, maybe if your trading plan says like your stop loss from your entry position to your stop loss is 50 pips, you need to make sure that you put it at 50 pips. Because I don't see any reason why this candle came down to create a lower wick for the body of the candle to continue to go up. I don't see any reason why this candle will have to continue to come down to get to your stop loss. But the moment this candle wants to do this type of thing, so all you need to do, if this candle is moving like this, so you need to bring your stop loss, you need to set it at break even like this. So that if this candle should decide to go up and continue to come down, you will not lose the trade. Sometimes some people can decide to take like 50%. Sometimes some people can decide to take like 30%. Then they will allow the rest for it to continue to go until the candle will get to their take profit like this. So I hope I've answered your question. Then you ask another one. All I need is the entry model. Yeah, I just explained to you right now. I just explained to you how you need to take the position. Say all I need is the entry. So your entry level is the moment the candle has created a lower wick, then the body of the candle will have to break the high of this candle. Then you need to measure the range. Before you enter, you have measured the range. So you know how much you are risking and how much you want the market to give to you. So since your stop loss is, your stop loss is 50 pips. So that means you can target like 100 or 150. So let's say our target is like 100 and 100 or 150. So that means you anticipate this candle for it to continue to go up until you get to your TP. So this is what I'm anticipating the market to give to me. But sometimes you kind of trading by yourself without you having enough knowledge on what the market structure is saying. So that's why it's very important for you to kind of, if you don't understand anything or if you take a loss or anything, like the community, we are here for you guys, the team and myself. Then you can reach out to us, ask us that, oh, like you did this. What can you do to improve your trading skills? Then we'll be able to guide you guys. So this is why we come together, we learn, and just in case any of you have a question, then we'll be able to, like answer your question, and then we'll just learn and try and make money together. So looking at the condition of the recent 30 minutes market structure, just like what I explained to you right over here, this candle didn't create an upper wick. The body of this candle broke the low of this bearish candle over here. So all we need to do is just for us to wait. Let's see what this candle wants to do. Since this candle is left with this 30 minutes candle is left with 22 minutes before this candle needs to close. So let's wait and see. Because there are two things you need to consider. You kind of not taking a trade, but your money is with you. It's better than you rushing and take a position and lose that position and lose that trade. So let's say, example, this candle can decide to continue to come down to break the low of this rejection bearish candle and then decide to reject off this zone and close with a rejection bearish candle and close with a rejection bearish candle like this. Let me change it to red. So and close the rejection bearish candle. So definitely you will lose this trade because you need to ask yourself, where will you put your stop loss? From the high of this candle to your entering position, will you put your stop loss at 322 pips or you put your stop loss at 273 pips? So always know what you want and how you want it. So that's why it's very important for you to have a trading plan. So just like how I was explaining to you guys, you see that this candle wants to reject of this zone for it to continue to go up to form a bullish candle. So it's very important for you to know what you want. So all we need to do is just for us to be patient. Let's wait until the close of this candle so that we're able to know how this candle want to close. Oh, it's fine. Oh no, it's fine. Like to me, I just feel I understand that before I got to the position I am, like I also try to do everything by myself, and which I had to pay somebody, and the person taught me, and with my experience I keep learning and just to get better with it, because I didn't come to trade for me to gamble. It's something that I love. I love the whole trading thing. You kind of just learning the skills and then applying whatever thing that you learned, and then with your experience to it, you just you versus you. The market is there for you. So I always tell everybody to always have somebody that is in terms of like bigger than you in whatever thing that you're doing. Then if you don't understand anything, then you reach out to the person, you ask question. So anyone who is part of our community, we give them the best in terms of like we tell them what to do and how they'll be able to approach the market. Yeah, but apart from whatsoever thing that I'm teaching, like here, and everybody is seeing whatever thing I'm doing, still, like, there are still a lot of things that you guys need to know. So it's very important for you to kind of like utilize the free courses that we have in our academy, because you definitely learn more things than just you kind of waiting for a candle to close above the resistance and above the support. Like, they have a lot of things that you also need to understand, because this whole trading of a thing is not as easy as you kind of just anticipating the break of resistance and the break of support. So because you having a good idea of what you want and how you want it, it will definitely guide you. And then you must not wait for me to do live stream before you make money. So the whole idea is you being part of our community will give you the learning materials. You learn, you have a question, you reach out to us, you ask us, we'll explain to you so that you understand whatsoever thing that is giving you maybe any challenges or anything. You will make sure that you understand it. Then if you go and try it yourself and you also have anything, you can easily come back to us. So we are always here for all our members, for us to kind of make money together and learn, because if everyone is growing, we too we are also growing. But if only we are growing and the members they are not growing, then it means like we are selfish, you know. So it's good for you to know what you want and how you want it. Have somebody that you can reach out to, ask the person question, keep asking, because the moment you keep asking, you will definitely get to know more things. So it's very important for you to just be with somebody that is doing better than you, because you will learn a great stuff from it. So at the moment, this recent 30 minutes candle is left with 17 minutes for this candle to close. So the best thing is just for us to wait. Like I told you guys that this candle came down, it didn't create an upper wick. Then the body of this candle came down to form a wick. So that means this body wants to continue to go up, and then maybe the candle can close with a bullish candle, or the candle can go up to give us a wick like this, a wick like this, then for the body of the candle to continue to come down. So but I'm going to tell us if it is the right time for us to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything since this candle hasn't created a wick. So let's wait and see. you know you kind of being a forex trader, you need to have patience. Like you need to be patient, because you can come to the market as of yesterday I didn't take any trade as of yesterday, because of how the market this was our analysis as of yesterday. So that we have a resistance zone over here. So it was around 11, yes, it was around 11 p.m. before this candle broke this resistance zone, and this time nobody is trading. So by this time everyone is sleeping. So, but as of yesterday, the market structure was just consolidating. So you can come to the market and then you see the movement of candles like this. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to do anything. You need to sit back until you're able to identify what your trading plan says, if it is the right time for you to take a position before you decide to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. So we are still anticipating for a bearish candle to break our support zone and then for a bullish candle to break our resistance zone, which I'm going to tell us if it's the right time for us to take a position. So for now, we don't need to do anything. So let's wait and see. Let's see. We're looking at the condition of the market structure. There's no volume in the market because of how the body of the candle, they're all closing with a small body and a small body and a small body and a small body. So let's see what this recent 30 minutes candle want to do. So someone asked the question, do I enter my trade on 15 minutes or 20? Me, I enter my trade with 30 minutes time frame. I do open a position with 30 minutes time frame. So the best thing is just for us to wait. Let's see. Let's see how this bearish candle wants to close. This 30 minutes candle is left with 3 minutes for this candle to close. If this candle should continue to get down to get to our support zone, I will not advise us for us to take a position. Let's wait. We need to wait for this 30 minutes candle to close. Since this candle is left with 3 minutes before this candle needs to close. So let's wait and see what this candle wants to do. Candle want to give us like a different kind of formation as if that there is volume in the market. So it's always good for you to know what you want. So the candle is left with 2 minutes, and since the timing of 30 minutes, 25 minutes, we didn't see the candle move. So since this candle is left with 2 minutes and now the candle wants to move, the candle has broken our support zone. So we don't need to do anything, even though this candle should continue to come down to give us a very strong bearish candle like this. We don't need to do anything. So all we need to do is just for us to wait. This candle needs to close. Then let's see what the next 30 minutes candle wants to do. So this candle is about to close. Let me do this so that you don't end up confusing anybody. So the candle has closed below this our support zone. So the next candle, we are anticipating it for it to go up to create a wick. For it to go up to create a wick. We have a wick over here. We have a wick over here. So what I'm anticipating this candle to give to me, let me measure from the low of this candle down to this. You're looking at 93 pips. Let's measure this candle. You're looking at 280 pips. Okay, so this candle should continue to go up. The body of this candle should continue to go up to form a wick. Then the moment this body can continue to come down to break its wick, I'm not going to take a position if this candle should break the low of this candle over here. So I need to wait. This candle needs to get to this place over here. It should get to this place. Because the market can decide to come down and continue to go up to close back in this consolidation zone. So this candle should get to this place before we decide to take a position. So if your trading plan says your stop loss is 50 pips or 100 pips, so let me tell you guys what you need to do. So these are our entry position here. Your stop loss according to your trading plan says 100 pips. So you need to put your stop loss according to what your trading plan says. So our entry position is here. Then you can choose to target like 200 pips or 250 pips or 300 pips if your stop loss is 100. I'm just giving you guys an example because you know what you want from the market and how you want it. So if your stop loss is 100, like 100 pips, so you can choose to target like 300 pips. You don't need to be greedy for you to want the market to give you almost like 1,000 pips. Don't do that. So you can target like 300 pips or 400 pips. So if there is volume in the market, the candle can as well choose to continue to come down and close like this. It's very possible. But we don't need to do anything. Let's hold on. This candle needs to continue to come down first to get to our entering position. Then we can decide to take a position. So let me get my MT5 ready. The moment the candle should get to that position. So I'm going to open a position. So we're anticipating the candle for it to continue to get to that entering position. So once the candle should get to that position, I'm going to open a trade. So our entry position is, let me use this line to indicate it for you guys. Our entry position is 5473.415. We are anticipating the candle for it to continue to come down to, I just use this as an example so that you know. So the candle has gotten to our entry position. So I'm going to open a position right now. So I've opened a position for the candle to continue to come down. So I've set my stop loss because I know how much I'm risking and how much I want the market to give to me. So since the candle has gotten to our entering position, I don't see any reason why this candle should continue to go up to get to this zone over here, because there is volume in the market for this candle to continue to come down. So let's see what this candle wants to do. So we are anticipating it for it to continue to come down to fill this week over here. Since there is volume in the market, this candle closed with Let me see. This candle closed with 280 pips. So let's see what this candle wants to do. Make sure that you have set your stop loss. Make sure that you have set your stop loss just in case, because there's volume in the market. So we are anticipating the volume to push the candle down. So you know how much you're anticipating the market to give to you. So we just need volume to push the candle down since the candle has gotten to this place over here. It's like today's trade, we lose today's trade. The candle has gotten to my stop loss. The candle has gotten to my stop loss. But sometimes this trade can as well continue to go up to give us a bullish candle, then for it to continue to come down to get to our entering position, then for it to continue to come down, because the market can give you a different market condition. So today's trade, we took a loss today's trade, but it's fine. It's all good. Definitely, like we'll definitely win by next week, Monday. Let's call today a loss for us today, since there was no volume in the market for the volume to push this candle down for it to continue to come down. So just like how we anticipated the market to give to us, so that means the candle wants to continue to go up to close back in this consolidation zone. We're looking at the information on how the market structure is at the moment. This like lately, the candle can decide to go up to create a bullish candle, by which the body of the candle will continue to come down for it to continue to give us a bearish candle like this. So now you need to ask yourself, do you want to give your trade a second chance, or you want to call it a day? So you kind of having a trading plan. Your trading plan can tell you that you need to open maybe one or two position, but one or two position, it depends on the amount of money that you lost. If in a day you are able to lose like 1k or 2k or 5k or $500 or $200, and then in your position you decide to open a position, and then you decide to manage your risk. Let me say if your trading plan says 500 and you decide to manage your risk and then close your trade at 300 or 250, so you still have the remaining 250. So if this candle should decide to go up, then the body of this candle should decide to come down to fill this week for it to continue to come down. Then you can decide to give your trade a second chance. But as of me, I'm done for today until tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not doing live stream tomorrow, so until Monday. So but tomorrow I'm going to send like our trade analysis, what you're anticipating the market to give to us. So it's very important for you to know what you want and how you want it before you can decide to take a position. So today, just like how we anticipated this candle for it to close below our support zone, the candle went up to create an upper wick. Then the body of the candle decided to come down to get to our entering position. But we are anticipating volume to come to the market, for the volume to push the candle down so that we'll be able to secure our profit. But the candle came down, it broke our entry position with a small wick. Then the candle decided to go up. So the best thing is just for you to kind of know what you want and how you want it. So for me, I don't need to give my trade a second chance today. So I'm going to come back tomorrow and then anticipate the market to give me a profit tomorrow. Yesterday, I didn't take any trade yesterday because we were in a consolidation zone as of yesterday. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. So, but just in case any of you want to give your trade a second chance, if this candle should decide to come back and then create with a wick, then the body of this candle should decide to fill this wick and get to our entering position. So all you need to do, you just need to lower your risk, because if there is volume in the market, because we are anticipating volume for it to continue to push the candle down to fill this wick over here. So, but the candle, it got to our entering position and then it chose to reject off this zone over here. So it's very important for us to kind of know what we want from the market and how we want it. So anyways, I'm going to see you guys on Monday. Thank you all for joining for today's live stream. All right, everyone. Bye for now.